What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. You're now tuning into my podcast, Difficult People Chronicles. I am the host, SF Johnnie, Seriously Focused Johnnie. And today's episode, believe it or not, was supposed to air last week. However, I had a list of things I wanted to do, and I didn't get anything done, and I couldn't find my notes. There was a lot of things I couldn't find. The enemy is doing too much, doing too much. But what I do know is that when I press forward, I get it done eventually. So I had notes laid out on everything I wanted to tell you all about this episode. And I when I couldn't find it, I decided to create new notes, and that's when I found it. Yeah. So today's episode is called The Message Going Broke. And I know the enemy don't want to hear it, but you know what? Whatever, whatever. So the enemies, they are gonna be high in debt, following behind you, whoever this is for. They look like they are walking these streets looking like everything is okay. You have been praying and they are confused as to what you're doing and what's your next move. They are following after what they think you are getting into. They are following after what they think you are doing, and they're getting it all wrong. You are a trailblazer. Your haters, your enemies, are trying everything in their power to stop you. Sometimes it is tiring, I know. Some don't want to complain. Some of them don't even want to compliment you, but they are digging your style. Whatever you hate, they love. You can be miles away and they will have other people in position watching you, seeing what you have on, where you going, who you talking to. They will not admit that you are the bomb. If you do a makeover, host a game night at the house, go out for drinks on Fridays, go to a bike show or a car show, or go to some kind of improvement convention, or you go to a spot just to lose weight. They trying to do it all. Everything you do, down to the color that you wear. What is the difference? Well, you know all of the things that I highlighted. Your enemy, you went to go get a makeover and they went to go get a makeover. But your makeover was a friend of yours who's a stylist. You had a game night at your friend's house and everyone bought a dish. They had a game night and it cost them $400 and no one showed up. You went out for drinks and the owner treated you and the group. They went out for drinks, got drunk, their car got repoed. That whole night cost them over $1,000. You went to a car show, a convention, or whatever kind of thing that you're into, like a self improvement convention. They went to a car show or convention, met a narcissist that cost them $8,432, and they cannot shake the person. So every time they are in company with this person that they can't shake, the amount increases by the day. You went to the spot to lose weight, and the spot you went to was just an adult Spartan race where you said something like, for the day, I'm just gonna have fruits for breakfast. I'm gonna do the sporting race and then I'm gonna kickstart my weight loss. They went to go get lipo, and what they wanted to look like versus what they got is off. Whole heap of confusion. And they spent 5,000 plus. Now they have to get consultation to correct the mess up. More money. The enemy, the haters, is frustrated because you are a Jones. In your own pocket, in your own right. And they are trying to do everything you do. And they don't like you. They trying to keep up with the Jones. What up, Jonesy? And you notice this. And it's frustrating. It's eerie. It makes you paranoid. Don't be. God has you in a path that they don't understand. They have no direction. They do not have a connection with God like you do. And it's driving them crazy trying to keep up because their bills is piling up and they getting stressed, but they trying real hard to keep up. So this is an add-on to this episode. I was driving down 95 and I got lost. I was coming back from a spa treatment on my way home and I made a left turn on this side street. And what came to me is that these people who are going broke is going broke based off of, like I said, their actions. They doing what one of my mother said because I was talking it over with her. They are following the leader, playing that little childhood game, follow the leader. And the leader, they really don't like the person. But what really is getting them in trouble is that they are acting out because of their ego, and God has them in position to do some things, meaning that what they need to be doing is working on themselves, but they busy figuring that their life is supposed to mimic someone else's. So they trying to do exactly what the other person do, and they're not paying attention to what God is telling them to do. So they're going to drown in debt. Like debt is going to be choking them to a point where they are going to start slowly but surely ask people for money or do some things like different things, like maybe they might not have food in the fridge and you're going to see them asking someone for money for maybe, let's say, a pack of chicken or loaf of bread or lunch, and it's going to be a routine because they can't handle the debt in their life that's accumulating. When they go to God in prayer, their prayers are not going to be answered. Why? Because it's going to be punishment from God where he feels like you didn't do what I told you to do. Like I have, and this is God, like he has a assignment for them to do where they need to start working on themselves. Everybody's assignment is different. Some people is in the beginning stages of their assignment or whatever where they have to work on themselves and get to that place where they're authentic and then start working on another assignment. There's phases of assignments in people's lives. And these people are not working on themselves. They not even at that point yet. They busy looking at everybody else. So everything they have done in their life up to this point is following behind somebody. And this person that they're following behind now is you. Whoever this is for, they following behind you because they see that your life is going good and they like what's going on in your life. They just can't stand you and now they're going to try to follow you. And because they in the wrong lane, wrong position, wrong path, wrong seat, God is going to just step back and watch them try to get out of their mess. Yep. Matthew 22:14. For many are called, but few are chosen. This message that came to me, you have been quenching your fire. So if you wanted to dress in a suit, express your concerns to whomever, you've been quieting the voice inside of you. And another thing for somebody, like you have a wedding ring with a lot of diamonds. My question to you is why you're not wearing it. And this is a female. Your spouse feels something else is wrong. But what it is that you don't want that wedding ring to attract attention. I'm here to tell you, you playing yourself. You playing yourself. God wants you to blaze. Stop paying attention to them and blaze. Stop dumbing down and blaze. See, if you don't do whatever or don't have whatever, they still gonna talk bad about you. So why satisfy the haters and the enemies? Make them uncomfortable in your presence. That's one thing I learned to do. I make my enemies uncomfortable. So if they think that, like, say they all in a room together, and I just have to be in that room, and I know walking in that room, they're gonna give me eyes and whole lot of talking behind my back. One thing that one of my older cousins said to me, she said, walk in that room like you own the room. And that's what I do. I'm gonna walk in and make you uncomfortable, whatever that looks like. I might even ask you a question, knowing you don't like me. I'm going to make you uncomfortable. For who this is for, God is giving you the things He wants you to have. Put you in position to do some things, and you are annoyed by those minions eyeballing you. Walk into your light. Walk into your light and stop dimming the light. Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You have not identified why these people hate you so much, and yet they want to be you. They watching everything you do. It's disgusting. Disgusting. So if you a guy and let's just say you decide to grow your hair out, they doing the same thing. If you decide to get like grow your beard like bushy or whatever they call it, I don't know what they call it. That person, they just trying to do the same thing. You call yourself trying to get a six pack, they gonna try to do the same thing. hmm They trying to do, and this is one of the things that I notice about some people, some enemies and haters. They have no form of direction, meaning that they don't know what else they need to do in their life, so they busy watching you. Because whatever you doing, they see that as that is what they're supposed to do when they supposed to be going to God. You know what I'm saying? Because your life path is not their life path. Your life path may be to work with kids or something or another. Their life path may be to be an art teacher, but they busy watching you, and that's why they going broke. They going broke because they in the wrong direction. That's like when you have a GPS. What happens when you put on the GPS and let's say you put in the wrong address? You end up at the wrong location. And that's what they are. They in your lane at the wrong location. And what does that do? That creates wasted time, lost energy, and money spent just trying to step into your lane when they need to mind their business. God created a path for them. They just don't have the connection with God to know that they need to get in position and get in their path. And this also is a message for some men. Because you have men out there who are jealous of the opposite sex and they want to do what somebody else do. That is insane. I think I told y'all before. Like, I don't know what's going on in this world, but I heard guys gossip and talk bad about a woman, and it's just like, yo, you don't see that that's not normal? Like, you look real stupid right now. But in their eyes, it's normal. And now one of those guys shut that person down. So they all think alike. Strange. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Stop getting paranoid. Yes, the person is delusional, confused, ridiculous, a hater, an enemy, if you want to call it. They like a puppet. They running behind you every 5 minutes, a minion. Like they just won't leave you alone. Don't get paranoid. Go to God in prayer and pray that you stay focused. Because this person is doing so much that you get sidetracked. And I feel like you feel like hiding. No, you need to blaze. You need to blaze because they going to go broke. They going to go broke. They going to go so broke that they going to try to consolidate bills and some things going to be taken away from them. The credit score going to be retarded. When I say retarded, it's just, yeah. They run a report and the person on the other end is going to be like shaking their head like, what in the world did you buy? They going to go broke trying to be you. Let it happen. Because some of the things you probably got going on in your closet or them old sneakers you got from way back when, you had them a long time. You just know how to keep it looking nice and crisp. They feel it's brand new. So they going to go buy a new pair of sneakers. They going to go broke trying to be you. Enjoy the moment. Because for some of you all, are going to see just how broke they get trying to be you. And what just came to me, somebody is going to go buy a car. Like, you bought a car, or maybe you have a car, or somebody gave you a car, I don't know. Somebody, I see car. They're going to try to get a car. They might try to get the same thing, or get better than what you have. So, if you have, like, a coupe, they're going to get a coupe XLS X or something. costs a whole lot of money. And they knew daggone well when they walked into the dealer they couldn't afford it. But they gonna get it. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get approved. They're gonna get money from other people, and then they're gonna start asking other people for money just to pay for that gas. Or if something happens, like they get a nail in the tire and rip a hole in the tire or something, and it can't be repaired, they're gonna be asking for money just to get a new tire, a whole new tire. Because some cars, is my understanding that some cars just to change tires on expensive cars is expensive. you know I don't know if it's the tire. I don't know if it's just to change it when you get to the dealer. I don't know what it is. But they gonna go broke. Because you got a brand new car, they gonna go get a brand new car. They gonna get something they can't afford. And they trying to be above you. And then you gonna see what's really going on. And then they're gonna feel like they tied to your money. Meaning because they going broke, you need to help them out. They don't like you. They don't like you. They talk about you behind your back. You know this. But for some reason, y'all have to be together. So it could be a family member, a frenemy, where you got to raise an eyebrow like, is this person my friend or my enemy? I don't know. And it could be just an enemy going to buy a car because you got a car and then they can't afford it. You'll hear about it through the grapevine that they going to everybody trying to borrow money, or they looking real sick because things is starting to happen with the car that they bought. Like maybe they got sideswiped or something and they got to pay for it and they can't afford to. They gonna go broke, whatever it looks like. I want y'all to sit back and mind your business. Because sometimes when people get broken, we get a heart. We're like, oh, and then we want to recall and say, well, you shouldn't have did this and you that, and then they have a change moment. Mind your business. If God don't tell you to go into that situation and be a super helper to go help out a person, mind your business. Let them go through that situation on their own. They've been too busy. They've been too busy trying to compete against you. They too busy trying to beat you. They too busy hating on you, and they want everything you got. And trust and believe. If God forbid, if things was on the other foot where they had all this money in the world and you didn't have it, they still be talking about you. So nothing's gonna change. And whoever this female is that took your wedding ring off because your ring got a whole heap of diamonds, you kidding me? You went and made a covenant in front of God, you, God, and your husband, and you got the nerve to take your ring off because some people looking at you because you got a ring on your finger and probably saying, oh, she all that because she got. Listen, no offense, but if it was me, they go blind by my diamonds. Listen. Anyway, that's it for today. Have a blessed one. Check me out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, click the notification. I'm still giving away free 30-minute sessions. Email me at sfj.peace@gmail.com. Put in the subject box Father's Day 30. Have a blessed week. Love me more and I love you more. Later.